Hey guys, this is the Tuninator, and I am doing some gameplay of the Heroes of Might and Magic 6 beta. So this just started on Tuesday. You got it if you pre-ordered the Heroes 6 Online, which I did from Steam or the Ubi store or anything, which I did because I'm a huge fan of the series. I've been playing Heroes Might and Magic since Heroes 3. They're great turn-based strategy games, amazing atmosphere, great gameplay, some of the best ones you can find out there. For those of you who like turn-based, I can't recommend it enough for even it's kind of got RPG elements as well, so great series. But anyways, this is one of the few series that I'm really kind of a true fan of. Fallout would be another example, so I'm very excited by this. I've been playing the beta for a little while now, and it's really interesting. There's a lot of stuff that some good stuff, some bad stuff that I'm going to talk about as we play. But anyways, enough of me prattling on. Let's load the game. So I'm going to do the Haven campaign right now. I apologize for not showing off the new faction because the Haven one is when I started. But Haven does look different too, and I will be doing more gameplays in the future, so I'm going to try and show you all the factions that I can. Unfortunately, there isn't much of a town to show, only the armies themselves, so that's kind of a bummer, but more about that in a second. And I have been getting a fair amount of crashes, which I'm not sure it's just the beta crashing or if it's Fraps crashing the beta, so we will see. Try and save at the end of every turn. I just had a pretty bad crash in combat though. But I mean, you can't really blame it if anything goes wrong at speed. And this loading in is interesting. It's when you first load up the game, it takes a while for everything to appear, which I'm not sure how I feel about this compared to a loading bar. I'm also not sure why I have this meter in the bottom of the screen. Other people have reported that too. I don't know why it's popping up, but it's a little annoying, but fortunately, not a huge deal. Anyway, so one of the first things you'll notice is see how the mini-map here is all divided into areas. If you're a long-time fan of the series, or even just played, not even necessarily long time, you played previous games, you'll know that mines, you capture them by moving into them. That's not the case anymore. They're all down to this control area, and the control area you just capture, if you have to capture like the central city or fort, and that gives you control over everything in the control area. So I think that's actually, I kind of like that change, as it removes all the kind of irritating, just hi, take your mine, then run away, you take it back and take your mine. And it really forces people to kind of just fight over central, strategically important areas, which I like. Also, this is a creature growth dwelling, which is just kind of nuts. I mean, that's a really big boost. If you look at the town, the base growth is like, I don't know if it'll show it, but that's weird. It should show I guess it doesn't. But anyways, the base creature growth isn't much more than that, so it's kind of insane. But anyways, about the towns, they are actually one of my main complaints with this game right now, is that this is the town screen. And if you played a Heroes game before, you know that one of the hallmarks of the series is a fully interactive, full-screen town theme, or town screen, with its own themes, all this absolutely visually gorgeous, very detailed, fully interactive, really just kind of immerses you in the town. It's been a feature since the second game of the series. Those are now gone. It's confirmed that no matter what, they will not be in the final product at launch, which I'm extremely angry about. I'm not happy about that at all. So they're one of the hallmarks of the series, and they're gone, and that I could not be more upset about that, to be quite frank. So I'm really hoping that they change that in expansion, because I really want this game to be great. I love the series, but that is just a massive mistake. I cannot underscore enough how big of a mistake they're making with that. It's just, the town screens have always been a main feature of the series. Not to have them is just, it's really terrible. And I really hope that they realize that they're killing off one of the main, which one of the core concepts, or not concepts, but one of the core elements of the series with that. So anyways, let's go do a fight. Sorry if I ran on about stuff, but I am really passionate about this series. I love this series, and so I really, really desperately want it to be the best game it can possibly be, and stuff like that. That's you can see. Just take a look at creature stats here. Stuff like that. It's a little upsetting to see things that were so important to the series just be kind of cast aside like that. And anyways, you'll notice that there's only 3 tiers of creatures now. These are all core tier. The first 3 creatures in a town are core. The second 3 are elite. The last one is the champion. It's not level tier 1 through 7 anymore, which I'm not too sure about that, but that's something I'll just have to play and see. I think it's definitely got merit, so we'll see how that works out. Maybe keep lower creatures relevant, but don't want to just hate on change just because it's changed. So you see HP bars are very big. Every creature has many abilities now, especially if you're a high-level creature. And also, I want to stress any UI errors, anything you see like that. This is a beta. This is not the finished product of the game or finished version of the game. This in no way should reflect upon the finished version of the game when it comes to things like glitches and UI errors, things like conscious design choices. Yes, it can, but not with error. The whole point of the beta is to find problems and fix them. So just don't stress about stuff like that. And you see, basically they're all about protecting other stuff, which makes them really hard to kill and an absolute pain in the butt. And see, I have combat animation sped way up because that's one of my issues with this is that right now the creatures are they're just a bit too tough sometimes. Like you can see, I just hit with a 79. I killed like 5 guys. I mean, granted, these guys are not a killing stack, but the Crossman 2 did not much damage. Although they do have the protection range attacks, but still, I just feel like core creature health is just a little too much right now, and I feel like they would be pretty well served if they gave it a bit of a drop. Because I very much so agree with it, as I would keep core creatures relevant. As it stands, it's just too much. Anyways, one of the other things that's a little weird is that guys don't automatically face the enemies, so I'm hoping that's something they fix too, but we will see. So this is a Sisters. It's one of the new casting units. Also, I should probably do something with my hero. So let's do maximum damage on this stack with the hero. And then that's not making them actually do 999 damage. It's just making them. Oh, sorry, Sisters aren't a casting unit. They're healers. That was my mistake, my goof. But anyways, heroes that they or that spell rather doesn't give them that much damage. It just maxes out their damage because you can see they're now 240, 243, and I should have cashed in on the Crosswoman, but whatever. No worries, right? Alrighty, so we're gonna just move her up in there, the Battle Nuns. And I actually don't really have a problem with the name Sister. I think a lot of people were not too happy about that. I think it makes sense personally. I don't really care, but I kind of understand why some people might be not too happy about that. But overall, I'm very, very pleased with the design aesthetic. And you can see how they all absorb damage. So the more Sentinel stacks you have next to each other, the more kind of the damage is spread out, which is actually really interesting. It's one of the things I really like about this game is that every creature has abilities, so that there's actually some merit now to, instead of just basically spreading out all your creatures, or power stacking all your creatures into as big a stack as possible, it can actually be extremely beneficial now to have multiple stacks of smaller groups, especially for things like Sentinels, instead of just power stacking stuff. So that I think is a great design choice on their part, one of the things I'm really happy about. Anyways, another thing I love is if you look at the creatures, they've moved completely away from the kind of the aesthetic sensibilities of some of the factions in Heroes 5, notably Haven, that kind of had a very heavy, almost Warcraft influence. And look, you'll see next turn I'll show you. You can't capture that time. Yeah, some of the factions had a very heavy Warcraft and Warhammer influence. Oh, and that's actually something I didn't know. So as long as you sit on this, you can get daily production, but once you move away, it goes back to the other guy.
A curse on the wolf. I won't get reliable
That's really
shipments
cool,
from this
actually.
mine as long as they do.
I need a sawmill because I don't have one right now, so that's a great feature. I really like that. Anyways, I'm not going to be able to get to here, so we're just going to go down. And yeah, I don't know, as I was saying about the aesthetic design of this game, I'm not really sure what the whole deal with the Conflux thing is. I think it's some kind of like integrated multiplayer service, but just cool, but I have to figure that out. I haven't been playing for too much, so let's find out what happens. Anyways, yeah, I'm really glad that they've moved back to a... Ooh, it's a... Yeah, it's a whole big messaging system. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, let me just leave my own personal message here. There we are. Yeah, my name's Swamp Lord. You know, I'm not a desperate fan of Heroes 3 Fortress or anything. Don't worry about it. So let's just knock off. Actually, you know what? Let's go right for the town. Anyways, yeah, there's none of like the kind of just the oversized little kind of cartoony design elements that you would find in Heroes 5, which wasn't a bad thing, Per se, Hero Style was graphically a very good-looking game. It looked fine. Ooh, this is one of the new Naga, or the new, yeah, Sanctuary units. Let's take a look at them. Let's fight them. But yeah, anyways, it's all back to kind of the classical heroes and their elites. So elites right now are a little weak compared to cores, because you can get cores in big numbers and their HP bars are so big. But anyways, gotta finish talking about the aesthetics. I'll show you in combat. Ooh, lily pad. That's cool. Anyways, as you can see, oh, ow, ow. Anyways, that's nasty. I wonder if that's an ability. It looked like, or just their actual. Oh, they can freeze stacks balls. Anyways, if you look at the creatures, it's back to the very classical hero sensibility of like pretty realistic design portion to kind of like realistic fantasy, and even Heroes 2, which looked to be pretty cartoony. If you actually looked at the proportions of the creatures and stuff, it was quite realistic. So that Warcraft influence is kind of gone, and I'm pretty happy about that. So I want to see if we bless them with the hero. Yeah, I'm still calling it Bless. I apologize. Like I said, I'm a massive Heroes 3 fan, so probably my favorite in the series. And I'm not sure how long that Frozen applies for, but that's a real bummer. Just gonna defend. I'll just defend. And yeah, it's only one turn. That's not bad. I'm not sure how this guy was able to Ice Bolt and move. Maybe you're able to do that. It's interesting. Yeah, you see how creatures are still facing down? It's a little weird. It's one of the things I hope they fix, because it's kind of bizarre to see. No, I'll save it. Oh, she used like a little force field thing. That's cool. So you can see these guys are really not too strong in melee combat. Even though Sentinels are specifically designed to be basically very, very tough to kill, you can see that there's just not that much damage happening here. Let's do a hero drive-by, actually. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, you can, there's like a whole kind of like, I guess the best analogy I can think of would be kind of like a, I don't know much Mass Effect, but for those of you who have played Mass Effect, it's like the Paragon and the Renegade paths. You can either develop, like, there's two different types of abilities. It's like, I forget what the exact names are, but you can either go down one tree or another based on what abilities you use in combat, which is interesting. Yeah, these are elites, so you can see they do have much more HP than a core, but even so, the cores are just very strong right now. It's a Lucky Strike, which goes into the camera. Just, see a little bug, but again, please don't let anything you see, bugs right now that are not conscious gameplay design choices like the town screens, affect your perception of this game, because this is an oh, no, stop. Ah, damn it, I should have resurrected the, Sentinel. Forgot about that. Anyways, please don't let that affect your perception of this game. It is not a reflection on Heroes, the finished product of Heroes 6, so bear that in mind. Let's save again, attack the fort, and then I think I'm going to end this for today. Some more gameplay, probably the Naga town next, because they're the new town. They're interesting. And they're probably the closest I'm ever likely to get to having a fortress ever again. Sad about that, but what are you going to do? So let's bang out this fort. And I do have the unupgraded Sisters and Marksmen right now, or Crossmen rather, while the these guys are upgraded. I believe, I'm told there's some way to rotate the camera in a siege, I think. So, not sure on that, but put the max damage. We'll say that actually, it's not going to do much. We'll have him run through the wall instead. So you can see actually doing some decent damage there with the hero attack. So yeah, just a little bit. I might actually be able to do creeping faster, which is one of my complaints if I did that. I'm still trying to find out all the little tricks and stuff you can do. But anyways, there doesn't appear to be. Oh, there's an arrow tower. Actually, there's some. Wait, the marksmen are in the arrow tower? Huh, that's really interesting. I wonder how you get them out of there. Maybe going into the base? That's really cool, actually. I really like that. I want to go into the moat. Let's hope the AI is dumb and comes out to fight me like it always did. That's morale I'm getting. Neat morale effect. I do miss the happy bird, but what are you gonna do? Interesting mode too. I do kind of wonder why. Maybe it's based on the terrain, because you'd think. Also, just look at that battlefield. Like, look how beautiful that is. That is just really cool looking. One of the best features of this game is the sheer graphics right now. Like, that looks awesome. Just imagine if the actual town screens look that good. Oh my god, how good this game would be. Yeah, I can't overstate how happy I am about how the oh crap. Just about how the town screens turned out. It's really not the town screens, but the graphics. I'm not happy with the town screens. I'm very happy about how the game's graphics turned out, because this game looks beautiful. Oh, I forgot infantry units can attack a gate now. Sure, it's gonna do like no damage, but that's another really cool feature. Is they stop that you're not boned if you lose your catapult, which I think is a really great idea. Let me see. Pew pew heals. We're gonna have the hero attack. They also switched the hero attack back to being during his at any point during his turn. I just forgot to do it, but the hero can attack whenever. He's not limited to attacking only or in a specific point in the turn, or casting spells as he was in Heroes 6. So I like that a lot. Or 5, Heroes 5. I'm really sorry about all the misspeaks today. I'm so excited to be playing this. Comment on all this stuff, so. Crap, that I used to film with the thing that's supposed to be attacking the sea again. Well, I guess anything can. So that's interesting. The numbers don't really matter. It's just the... Let's see how much damage a moat does. Oh, it just stops you. It doesn't really do much damage at all. Maybe if you start the turn in the moat? So I'm gonna defend and hold off on the heals. Oh, boo. Come out and fight, coward. Damn, pansy-ass crossbowmen. That's really cool that you can deploy them up in the tower, though. I really like that. Very cool feature. So hopefully we'll be through the gate next turn. Oh, I keep forgetting to attack with my hero. Damn. So used to the 5 mode. Gotta get back into my hero's 3 mentality. Let's do that now, actually, so I don't forget. I want to finish off these crossbowmen. They're just about dead. Oh, I got morale, so they are dead. I wonder if the sisters can resurrect a dead stack. And we should be through. Yeah, I do have to figure out how to rotate the camera here, but... Alright, nice, we're in. 4th Aerlingus, etc. So these guys will get massacred in short order. It's really interesting that Haven has a core healer unit, or a healer unit like that. I mean, that they chose to make healing something that not only spells can do anymore. So that's interesting. Apparently, every faction has something like that. So my sisters go. I'm just going with everything, so I can then heal with my sisters for. So it looks like they can't bring back dead stacks, which is interesting. Makes sense, too. Yeah, the mass retaliation from the Sentinels is really quite cool. Again, the abilities. I really like what they did with the abilities. It's very interesting. Alrighty, so we've got this whole area under our control now. And I've leveled up the Might Defense, all the traditional stats. Apparently monoliths are now called Spirit Gates. That's interesting. And you can see one of the other things that I'm a little on the fence about is... Actually, I'll just wait out the week to show you guys. It's now a communal creature pool between all of your towns. Instead of recruiting from just one town, or one creature set per town, and then everywhere on the map, it's all communal, which is... I'm not quite sure how that'll turn out. We have to see. I'm initially inclined to maybe not be a huge fan of that, but gotta play and see. So anyways, I'm gonna end here for right now. Ooh, Earth Elementals. Let's take a look at that. That's badass. I like that a lot. I like that they returned to the older look of the Elementals with those. Anyways, I'm gonna end here for today because I'm running out of memory space on my computer, and that's probably enough for right now. I'll be doing a lot more videos of these in the future. Do some Sanctuary gameplay next and stuff like that. So hope you enjoyed. If you want this and you're not already playing, again, just pre-order the game online. Some final thoughts. I'm fairly optimistic about the game right now. I think they got one of the main things way better, which is the art direction. That's pretty funny. The art direction, I love it in this game. This game is beautiful. So that's one of my main concerns is right out the window. Is because that would have been one of the hardest things to change if it was bad. It's not. It's great. This is the best looking Heroes game yet. It looks fantastic. The map is gorgeous. The detail is gorgeous. The water looks awesome. I could not be happier with the way this game looks. The gameplay is also very interesting. I really like the fact that they're trying to shake it up a little and take it away from the normal, just like what we had for 6 games. I think some innovation is good. It's a good thing. But at the same time, I'm a little worried that there may be too many changes. We may be going a bit too far with all this stuff at once, like communal creature pools, creature tiers, only one special resource, which is another big thing, and they cut it back to only crystal for right now. So it remains to be seen if that'll ever be added in the future. But for right now, it's only crystal, which is a little disappointing. So, but again, my knee-jerk reaction, because Heroes 3 is my favorite, is to say, well, that's bad. They're changing from Heroes 3, but I'm gonna get. I was kind of suspicious that may be me just kind of being a bit of a blind reactionary rather than any fault of the games itself. So we will see. Only time will tell how these actually turn out. I'm certainly going to give every change a chance, but overall, I'm pretty happy where this is going right now. It just needs a few minor changes, and it'll be a really great game. So hopefully the devs are listening, and hopefully they'll fix stuff, especially the town screens, because. Sorry for ranting about this, but again, one more time. Just, this is depressing. I'm depressed. Other than that, great game. Looks so great graphically. That's my main. I don't want any important aesthetic part of the game to be left out, just because this is such a beautiful looking game. It'd be a shame if one of the most fantastic looking parts of the series as a whole was omitted. Anyways, that's all for today. This has been some gameplay of the second mission on the tutorial campaign, which is actually the story is much improved from Heroes 5. The voice acting is very good, so I think that's going to be very cool as well. I'm really looking forward to the campaign. I think they put a lot of work into that, and that's going to be cool. But anyways, first gameplay, first impressions. I apologize if I sound like I'm ranting or sour grapes, or if I hate this. I don't. I love this. This is very, very cool. I'm just naturally inclined to focus on the things that they've changed from the past that I'm maybe not a huge fan of, but I like this. I'm having a lot of fun playing this. This is very cool, and I definitely recommend that you guys check it out if you're a fan of the series, because it looks like it's going to be a great game. So anyways, as always, thanks for watching. This is the Tuninator, and I'll see you all next time.